All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash for the Spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders and apostles, that great millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord, prophesying, preaching, and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom, Barakathum. Should brother Yara real quick. I want to touch on this post that I came across. On a YouTube subscriber. He's a guy part of the Rep Hill. He posted basically this what looks like a tweet. You brothers can read it. It's proud as hell, and it's a prime example of what time we're living in, and why is all more reason why you should withdraw from this world, from this society, you know, and cover yourself in wisdom. All right. It says coming from this chick Keisha BG. It says if we're not married, it's my child, and I don't have to give my child that I carried for 9 months the last name of a man who ain't my husband. All right, it says he's just the father and there's no long ties to him. Even if married, I don't need to give my kids. I don't need to give my kids my husband's last name. It's 2021. Now you see the level of pride in this thing. Now the first mistake that she made, first of all, she's saying my, like it's your child. All right, and really the children belong to the father. Whoever your father is, and actually I'll get that real quick. Um, Whoever your father is, then that's who you are. If your father is an Edomite, then you're an Edomite. If your father is an Israelite of the house of Judah, then you're a Judite. Right? This nonsense that I'm not giving up a last name or it's my child or I carried it for 9 months. That's your reasonable duty. All right, just like a man has to go out for those same 9 months and work, and provide food, clothing, shelter, and things of that nature for the child. Women have gotten proud, man. I'm gonna get that in Numbers. I believe that's 1:18. Yeah, this is Numbers 1:18. All right, it says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families. All right, now pedigree, that's actually, I'm going to get the word, because that goes into lineages. So, Lucky, did I pass it? Uh, Yalad. Okay. It goes to bear, bring forth, beget, gender, travail. All right. So these are men who birthed you, who the seed line that you come from. All right. They bore you. All right. Now the woman does bear a child, but she doesn't. She only carries the seed. She doesn't produce the seed. All right. The Most High gave that characteristic to men. All right. And whatever the seed is, that's who the child is. So the child belongs to the father. All right. When you have a son and he's rebellious, you can put him to death if he doesn't get right. All right. When you have a daughter, she belongs to you. That's the whole concept of giving away the bride, the father giving away the bride, is because that's an old biblical concept. All right, it's part of our customs and laws and whatnot. And the daughter will work in the house with the man until she's of age, and the father wants to marry her off, and the father would choose. All right, so you belong to the father. The father is the ruler of his household, not any of this other nonsense that women are on. So when she's saying my, she's off as hell. It says that I carry, she says, and I don't have to give my child that I carried for 9 months the last name of a man who ain't my husband. First of all, why isn't he your husband in this society? Second of all, once you have sex, you are married. All right, you can't go deal with another man that's off. You done had a baby by a man, and now you're not feeling it no more. So you're gonna take a rod from somebody else, bring up another man's child around another man, And now you see why the Most High is gonna nuke this place, and why it all just needs to burn. Because this isn't. She's not an outlier. Okay, there's a reason why a woman would get on the internet and say some madness like this. That's because it's the norm. It's common. All right. Esau's done a very effective job at removing real men from the household, men in general from the household. You know, effeminizing the other men, and the men who won't do that, he'll demonize you. He's been very very effective at that. Where you basically can't stand up and say anything against this. All right. If you were to retweet this or go back there, people uh, would jump all over you. All right. People will run to her. People will run to defend her, and not the man speaking the truth. And the platform itself might even ban you for it. It says the last name of a man who ain't my husband, he's just a father, and there's no long ties to him. Well, how the hell is that true? He's the father. You see how out of order they are and how stupid it doesn't even make sense. It says, even if we're married, I don't need to give my kids my husband's last name. It's 2021. Man, this is Genesis 3 and 16. And now you see why the Most High, why he destroyed everybody on the planet Earth back in the days of Noah. Because you had women just like this, all right? And it's gotten just as bad now as it did back then. But we gonna correct you. You know, you can believe that. And the Most High is gonna physically correct a lot of you. All right. I can't wait till these plays start popping off. Because y'all women are proud as hell, man. God damn. It says Genesis 3 and 16. It says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. So the Most High cursed women. You're not gonna have a easy, happy-go-lucky childbirth anymore because you were wicked. All right, you drank the Kool-Aid of the serpent in the garden, started following these different philosophies. All right. It says, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. And that's why childbirth today is painful. All right. That's why it's a very dramatic feeling. Some women die during childbirth. All right. It's a painful process to push out. It says, and thy desire shall be to thy husband. So you're gonna have to be joined unto a man. All right. The way that the Most High created you, the way that he created everything, is that you would be subject to a man. And look, it says, and he shall rule over thee. All right. Now, what Esau has done is after all of this time, he's like, no, to hell with that. Men shouldn't rule over women. Women should just be free to do whatever they want. And look, not even 50 years later, this went on for thousands of years. We did this. Well, Esau did it too back in the day of Rome, uh, but just 50 years later, let me get back to it, Salakia. You got this is what you have. You know, you can have societies run the social structure or the family structure of a society be intact for thousands of years. 50 years later, after you let women loose, this is what you get. You know, and they think it's empowering to have multiple kids by multiple different men. And then you have other weak men because Esau has a society. Esau will what's the word? He will subsidize this. All right, he'll sponsor this. He'll put money into this, and he'll reward you, give you welfare. You know, he'll give you a pat on the back. He'll give you a favorable ruling in a court of law for making poor and bad decisions. All right, and it's destroyed our people, man. You know, but women are not uh women are not to be even talking crazy to men. You know, and to be honest, they're a possession to men. I'll get that in a second. Let me get Ephesians 5 and 22. It says, wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands as unto the Lord. It says, for the husband is the head of the wife. All right, so that means he's in charge. This whole idea that it's just sex. Oh, I had a baby by him, but oh, I don't want to keep the baby, or I don't want him to see the baby, or the baby not gonna have his last name, and I'm gonna go deal with another man. A lot of you women are gonna be put to death. Call hello Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakhakwadash for that, because waking up every day and having to see this and deal with this nonsense, it really is sickening. You know, you can only imagine how the Most High feel. He can see everything. All right. So when these plagues hit and a lot of these people start getting fucked up, especially you women, he's not gonna feel bad. We're not gonna feel bad for you. We're gonna laugh actually. All right. It says Ephesians 5:24. Therefore, as the church subject to Hamashiach, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Everything. All right. So you're subject to men. That's the natural order of things. And now you have women are at an all-time low in terms of their happiness, because being on the internet uh, saying shit like this, they're not really happy doing this, man. They're doing it for attention, but it's empty and it's vain, and they know it. All right. Their happiness is at an all-time low, especially when they hit 40, because they know they're just doing it for attention. And deep down, these people that are patting you on the back, you women know that it's empty and it's bullshit. They don't really mean it. They're just saying it because either one, they want to smash, or two, that's just how society has made it. You get demonized if you don't, basically. So y'all know that this validation that you're getting is bullshit, and it's eating you up inside. That's why 25% of you are on some form of antidepressant, and that's just of you women that go to a psychologist. All right. The rest, the problem is much worse. And to prove that women are a possession unto men, this is Sirach 36 and 24. It says, he that getteth a wife, and getteth means to get, to grab, all right, to own, to have. It says, beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. All right, so that's what women are supposed to be, not this demon. Look how she's all done up with makeup and this little avatar here. Trying to get attention from other men. Hey, this is hell, man. Even if you get you a 9 or a 10, a really beautiful woman in this society, it's bullshit. It's hell. So I saw that. I wanted to do a quick lesson on that, man. We gotta continue to pray, Akim, so we can get the hell out of here, man. So we don't have to deal with women at this level, man. So with that, hopefully our brothers were edified. Call hello Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rachakwadash Wa Abad Ball Shalom.